G'day everyone, it's my birthday, my 28th birthday today. It's Tuesday the 12th of July 2022. Day got off to a good start too. Went down for breakfast, chocolate cake. Everyone's set up some candles, chocolate cake, slice of cake with my coffee for breakfast. Very nice. But went to my laptop, pulled all the footage from a crit that we were at last night, go to start editing, and this is what I get. Nothing. No audio. No audio recorded for like 40 minutes of like handheld vlog footage from the crit last night. Super frustrating. So what I'm thinking is, instead of just going and doing some dodgy commentary edit thing over that, I want to make a really high quality video because the stuff I shot was really good and I'm still keen to put that together. So what I'm going to do is string together last night's race, because there's a couple of talking points from that I'll get into, and also tonight's race, because we do have another Dutch Criterium tonight. So 3 talking points from last night that will also carry over into today. Biggest talking point was we had Mr. Steve Mayers at the crit. So Steve is a rider I've been coaching for just over a year. He's been progressing through the club grades in Sydney, Australia, and he's what you would probably consider is a very strong top club A grade level rider in Australia. So I had a chat to him before the race, and then a big part of the video yesterday was following him around for this Criterium. He was on holidays over in the UK and he spent a week in Spain, and he basically wanted more racing, and I said, well, you can come and enter these crits. I can tell you when they're on. They're free to enter, so come over and get stuck into some racing. So he did. He's over here for a week. He's already done 3 crits and his last one is tonight. He actually did really well last night. Last night was the first one where he finished in the main group, and he was up there with all the Nero riders. So that was awesome. Incredible result for Steve. He did really well. And he's someone I wanted to follow because for you all watching at home, it's all well and good seeing us Conti guys race here, but I thought it would give an interesting perspective to see what it's like for a club A grade level rider from Australia having a go at these elite Dutch crits. Now, he did really well last night, but last night was a 4.5K circuit and not technical at all. It's basically just a big rectangle. Tonight is not the case. A few people have messaged me, a couple of rumors. Tonight is very technical, a lot of corners, so Steve's really going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to get through tonight's race. So we will link up with Steve when we get to Bergijk. We'll have a chat with him and we will see how he gets on tonight, and that's something to follow later in the video. Second point was that the Nero guys really didn't do that well last night, if I'm 100% transparent. 5-man very strong break went up the road, which we didn't have anyone in, and once you give the quality of riders, which I am going to chat about in my third point, once they get about 10 seconds, the gap's almost unbridgeable. They're that strong. You really have to be on it and go with them, because the gap they can rip out happens so quickly, and once they're gone, they're gone. So the guys really buggered it up last night, if I'm honest, so there's a bit of pressure on them tonight to make up for it, to make sure they're getting results in these Dutch crits, because these Dutch crits is the easiest racing we're doing over here. We've got UCI races and Pro Commises in Belgium. They are all harder than these Dutch crits. But just take a look at this. They did have a bit of bad luck last night. So Miles here moving up with about 1 kilometre to go to sprint for 5th onwards, and boof, just saves it. You will see from the front. So he clips the rear wheel, rear derailleur of that rider in front, and that is a very easy way to crash. He did well to hold that up, actually. And then have a look here. Jono's entire shifter unscrewed from the clamping bolt and was just swinging loose. So he raced like the last 10 minutes of the crit with the shifter like that. So super sketchy. Lots of mechanicals for the guys yesterday. And then the third thing I was sort of following last night are some of these riders, which if you've been watching all of these videos from us in Europe, you'll start to recognize. So 2 riders that stand out. First one's Koen Vermelpvoort. I hope I pronounced his name right. Nice rider. I actually had a chat to him after the race. Super strong. Reason why it's interesting to follow him is he's Mr. Gold Shoes from my elite crit cornering video. Probably second best rider in cornering this crit was this guy here, Gold Shoes, flexing. He won the race, UCI race we did in Belgium on Sunday. The video where Jono got his flat. So that was a race we did, a UCI race on Sunday. I don't have a race video from that because I didn't film anything because I was driving the team car, I was too busy. But he actually won that race, which is an incredible result, really, really good result. So he's someone to keep an eye out for. He said he'll be here tonight as well. And tactically for us Nero guys, essentially all they need to do is follow him and his teammates, because they're splitting this race apart and always making the selection. So it kind of makes the tactics pretty easy from that regard. Other rider to follow, which I gave the best cornering award to. This is my award, best corner in the crit, this A block rider. Let's watch him. So what I want you to look out for, hopefully you recognize him. His name is Martin Pluto, and he won the first UCI race we did when we came over here, the Midden Brabant Pont Omloop. He won that in a sprint, and that was the race video I made, which was like Dutch road racing is crazy or insane. That video is actually doing quite well, but that video with all the crashes and that madness, he won that one, and he got third last night. Cone, who I just spoke about, got second last night. So just, it's these same riders that are popping up, and they're not just good in these crits, they're actually top level in these UCI races too. So just 2 riders to follow who will probably be here again tonight, and that our Nero lads will be watching like hawks to make sure they hold the shoe. Whew! Anyway, this is probably going to be quite a long video, so we should probably a couple minutes in now. If you haven't already, go grab a coffee, go grab some snacks. The boys are riding out to the crit in Bergijk. It's about 45k ride. I'm not going to ride. I'm going to get in the car. We'll get to the race. I'll probably have a couple beers, and we'll park up on the side of the course, and we'll film full race video. We're going to have vlog, full vlog shots. We're going to have GoPro. We're going to have everything. It's 3:30 in the afternoon now. Crit starts at 7. So I'll see you in a couple of hours, which for you guys will be in about 2 seconds. Here we are, like magic. Saw Steve roll past, the guys are here, awesome technical, good crowd too. Nana's a little bit embarrassed.
Not the best crowd.
Good vibe here, gonna have fun. Let's see how they go. The microphone's working too, see? See?
2, 1, start jullie in start zijn gegeven door Jean-Paul Poppel. Met dank je en de hele universiteit wat succes today. Heel veel succes.
Nana, first Nero rider across the line, and it can't be Ben Carmen.
Miles Stewart.
Okay, nice.
What about you?
John O'Farley. Let's see. Aiden Buttigieg. Gold star. They've been racing for like 4 minutes and there's already splits absolutely all the way through the group. Steve's doing pretty well. 2 of the Nero riders actually out the back. It's, yeah, absolutely blowing up. Let's see what happens this lap around, lap number 4. Here we have it, lap 4. This is where it's race over. So this is Ben Carmen's rear co-pro. He's gone past Ben Spenceley there on the left, and then we're going to come up on Steve. Here is Steve going through this corner, just past Jono as well back there. Ben Carmen gapping Steve through this corner, but Steve's hanging in there. So this is where Ben Carmen's going to move through the group. He's right at the back at this moment, and there's blokes going out the arse through every corner. You can see Steve here just not as confident and fast through the corners as Ben. So the gaps are just opening here. He doesn't give up though. He does fight on, but you can see the body position. Elbows, he could be getting lower here, bending the elbows more, and just needs to have more confidence to put more weight through that outside foot. Cuts, oh, he almost spat himself off on that one. But he's still here. He's still sprinting on. So he has the fitness for it. It's not a fitness thing. It's just, it's impossible to stay with the group if you're losing ground through all these corners. So you can see here, going into this one, cuts wide. Good line to take the apex. So a good line, it's just confidence just to lay off the brakes and allow himself to carry his speed through, which he just doesn't have. And that's race over there for Steve. So Ben Carmen's
going to start making his way through the group. Small change he needs to make there just to get through the corners faster with more energy. And he'd still be in this race. You know, Ben was still in here for another about 30 minutes. So Steve's in this race if he can improve his confidence through the corners. So he can do that. It's not a massive change he's going to have to make, which is encouraging for him. And you can see here, guys are just, these blokes are all blowing up. So that's, you know, it's race over, lights out for a lot of these guys.
Let's see what happens this lap around. Lap number 4. Yes, Dave! Holy smokes, that is just obliterated. This doesn't look that technical. I think the back side of the course looks super technical. We'll walk over and check it out. But that, here's Jono, still coming. Oh man, the laps are so bloody short. I don't have any time to talk to camera before they come around again, so I'll get this out quick. What I want to say is I've got a lot of respect for what Steve's doing here. It's easy to come over to Europe as a rider from Australia and look at these teams with mechanics trucks and team buses and all of that. But Steve's here, booked his own hotel, hired a car, doing it absolutely all on his own, and not a complaint from him. And he's in here, finishing ahead, well, at least of a few of the Nero riders, and he's really doing a good job. So for riders from Australia, who sometimes play hard done by, Steve is a really great example of someone just getting it done, ripping in, and have bucket loads of respect for that. Kudos.
De coureurs van TBC de Cambuur plaatselijke favoriet, Matt van Gorp.
This is the hottest day we've had since we've been here. It's 28 degrees, and I think that's also why it's so hard for the guys. I think they're struggling with the heat a bit. A lot of the stuff that they're saying they're feeling, lightheadedness, entire body doesn't feel good. A lot of that is heat stress. So yeah, I think struggling to adapt to this abnormally hot day from what we've had on the past races here. So it's just Ben that's left in the main group now. We've got one guy left. This is something else. Go on, Steve! Steve's hanging in there. So heat aside, when you're traveling, there's obviously things that are different, which is why guys are underperforming. I mean, Miles, for example, this is nowhere near where he can do. Even like this year, he was third at Melbourne and Warrnambool, 200 plus kilometre road race, and he's one of the best crit riders in the country, up there boxing on with the best in Australia. So the guy can ride a bike, can race a bike. This is not reflective of what he can do, and I think a lot of that is, well, yeah, it's hot in the heat, and the guys are coming from Australian winter. It hasn't been that hot since we've been here. Okay, that's an excuse, fair enough. But also, just when you're traveling, different sleep schedule. Now you get over jet lag, but like the effects can be lingering if you're not sleeping properly. Different food, different routine. There are reasons why physically riders can be underperforming and not have the legs that they usually would or you would be expecting to have. Miles is a great example where he is way off where he can be back in Australia. So I do feel bad, you know, for Miles here. He's nothing really directly his fault that I can see. It's going to be really tough for him. Go, Steve! Fuck yeah! Okay, 40 minutes in. Ben, as I said, was the only one left, but now he's moved up. He's right at the front of the race, in the mix, following the moves with those top guys. So good on him. He's coming good. Let's see what he can pull off. 45 minutes in, Steve's in this group coming here. See how long he can last. Go on, Steve. It's his last race here before he goes back to the UK and then back to Australia. He just needs to keep the throttle open, see how long he can go before he gets pulled. 47 minutes in, Steve is unfortunately about to get lapped. Still a really good effort. That's been very, very difficult. There he is. Nice work.
Thank you.
Well done. That looks absolutely disgusting.
I didn't get a chance to recce the course, so I didn't know what I was expecting, and the first lap it was just like...
Can I just say, for all the good things I've said in this video so far, can you get to the start line earlier? I'm on the start line sweating. It's like, the race starts at 7, it's 6:57. No sign of him. I'm just, give me a bloody
In all
heart
fairness,
attack.
it was a 2-hour, 10-minute drive to get here, which it was meant to be an hour 40. So I was just like, running late. Yeah, preparation is everything.
Just blew up in that first 4 laps, it looked like.
Yeah, just my heart rate was like 185 and above pretty much the whole time, and I couldn't corner. I didn't know what to, like, I just stayed on because I wanted to practice the corners, and by the end I was a lot smoother, but at the beginning I was like all over the place, like shaking, didn't know where the bumps were, didn't know where to turn in. So got faster probably, but too late.
This is one of the hardest courses I've seen. This is absolutely...
Yeah, it's like just
filthy.
like the whole time, you know, the wrists are shaking. It's pretty nasty.
So that's the last crit for the trip.
4 of 4, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Nice work. No, really proud of that tonight. That's really good.
Yeah.
You did awesome. Yeah.
Thanks, I just thought that I just blew up and held on with a random group, like...
Oh, to be honest, that front group, there's like those Beat Cycling guys, there's those Volker Wessels guys, you start to recognize them now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because they're 85 and they're absolute units.
Yeah. Go on, Ben! Yeah, there's one Nero rider left. Like that, I mean, this is...
Although Ben's not 85 kilos, is he?
No, Ben's not.
He's still a unit.
But like you stick 8 of these essentially professional riders on a course like this, yeah, you did well hanging that long. The guys spat well before you.
Yeah, okay. Well, thanks, that's good. Yeah. So much hotter than yesterday.
Yeah.
Just like sticky, but not as sunny, but like, closer, more humid. Yeah. Nice backdrop we've got here, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we've stopped in the worst spot, a bloody container on a construction site.
It's great everywhere else. Next time if I come and do this, I'm doing it like it's all about the racing, like just sleeping, eating.
But like the vibe of these races, they're super fun, like at the start lines and stuff.
Yeah, it's
you can
awesome.
see
People
why.
have been making hot dogs, having beers, it's so good. Yeah, and every day is like a new little town or something. It's so cool that they do it like that. It gets a bit boring at Heffron every week.
An hour in, is Ben still hanging in? He was dagging on the back last lap. Ah, no. He's gone. That's it. That's everyone. And yeah, so 7:59 p.m, an hour. Everyone is out. Go and spectate the finish, I guess. I don't know. Bit of an anticlimactic finish to what I thought was going to be really fun. Here he comes, Benny, the last man standing.
I got fuck all sleep last night. I was up to like 3. I know that I just haven't recovered. Or not.
So that's a wrap on the evening. We're not going to hang around here. Leading group of 4's out there. The usual suspects are in there, pretty much as expected, really. The guys are all totally cooked. I don't know if they're actually sick or not sleeping, I don't know. But we're just gonna pack the van, pack the car, and just head home. There's no point hanging around here. We don't have any racing until Saturday, so the guys will rest up and we will try again in the next race. Thanks for watching as usual, and I'll catch you in the next one.